Good morning and welcome back to the Angry Pool Man channel, where we learn how to treat our pool and our pool man. Okay, apologies again to any of you hot tub owners that I have not covered my first stop, which is not my hot tub, it's my customer's hot tub. So yeah, I'm gonna be there next week and I will cover it. It's just sometimes, like I've said, it's a little too early to vlog. Right now it's about 7:30. So I can get away with making a little noise. We got somebody working out here on their pavilion here at the Big Fatty. So yeah, I can make noise just like he can. So that's good. What is really good is this pool. Oh man. When I took this pool over, it was hurting. That's why people call me usually, because somebody's let them down. Or there are some times where I have been the one and only pool man people have ever known. Not the case here. I did do a rescue, as it were, but yeah, look at everything that they have done. This has been an active construction site for many months since I've started, and I'll tell you what, this construction company, and I don't give out names or anything like that because that's just kind of burned me in the past, but these guys have been really good. I did a filter clean a couple weeks ago, and yeah, the filters were dirty, the cartridges were dirty, but these guys really kept everything nice and clean, and the pool's been looking really great because of it. So a couple weeks out from a pool RX, like I said last week, but like I said last week also, our usual suspect areas, now they're all crystal clear. There is not a hint of algae in this pool. I'm gonna brush though. I'm gonna get to work. Oh, and by the way, here are our chems. Yeah, super old test strip, but we have plenty of chlorine in here. pH is kind of high. Alkalinity and cyanuric are good. I added a tab in the, not in the floater, but in the skimmer last week, and that raised our cyanuric up a little bit to my liking, where it's in a good range where the cyanuric will help hold on to that chlorine that we so desperately need for sanitation for the pool. That being said, I took my salt and we were a bang on 3670. There's a gentleman over there working by the equipment, and I'm going to let him continue to work. But last week we had 3350. So I brought a bag of salt back. Yeah, I'm getting old. I'm starting to use things with wheels. But yeah, I'm going to probably just leave it here and I won't add, because my meter said 3670, which is right. That's perfect. That's what we want. Anyway, like I said, I am going to brush. Okay, I feel good about this. This is a tough pool to start on. Well, this is my second pool, but this is a real pool. And we were fighting algae over here, and here. And everything is looking super good. Our gentleman does not want to be on camera, and I don't blame him. Let's move on. Okay, just interfacing with my lovely homeowner, and she expressed concerns about her tile. Now, that's a recurring theme in my world. But if you look right here, and of course this is the electronic cover, it's hard to see from far away with the GoPro, but when you get in like that, yeah, you can see that the caulking that they used for the cover is never properly cured. And in fact, if you see, and that's not on this side, but it definitely is on this side, how it's leaching out. And what probably happened is they didn't use either the proper product or they didn't let it cure before they got it wet. So anyway, I talked to the homeowner, and she's going to have the cover company come out. In the meantime, I'm going to start up on a filter clean, because like I said last week, one of our indicators here is our cleaner, and when he's not working, that means it's time for a filter clean. Another issue that happened here is when I got here, I spoke to the husband, and he said that they had some leaks in the solar. And so yeah, I talked with the wife, and she pointed out there's an air gap there in one of the pipes of the solar's company is coming over today to rectify that. But in the meantime, I'm going to get started on a filter clean. Okay, let us start our filter clean. First thing we do is we put it in service mode by pressing the mode button. Okay, this is only information that is germane to Pentair. This is a Pentair Easy Touch Control System, and we have a Pentair equipment set. Great heaters, awesome filter, awesome pump. awesome salt cell generator. So I'm gonna let the air out here, and I'm gonna let the air out here. It'll happen pretty quick. And I have my drill with my special bit. This side is for Pentair. This side is for Jandy. Right? Convenient. So, pretty sure I've done one filter clean here in my tenure. Okay. So, don't lose those washers. Okay, so I'm gonna get a little pry bar. We'll just put him over here. Okay, so, and then as I take this off, I'm going to close my pressure release valve so I don't have to worry about that when I put everything back together. Okay, so wow, these filters are coming apart in my hands. So that's not good. And this little guy is full of schmutz. Okay, so let's take them two at a time out to the street. Okay, I'm not going to clean all 4 of these with the head cam. You guys know what to do here. Okay, I feel good about this. So we put the whole canister back together. Everything's looking good. We've reset. Our PSI is down to 10 where it should be. We added a bag of salt, 3,800 salt. So we've done this pool a great service. Like I said, they have a little leak on the solar on the roof, which that's going to be rectified today. Yeah, our our pool cleaner, our Pentair Rebel, yeah, he's back acting the way he should. But yeah, this pool is looking really great. It's a little cloudy right now because I just put the filter canisters back in, and it kind of blows a little something back into the pool, making it a little bit cloudy, but a couple hours this will look great. I'm going to shut this thing and move on. That's nice.
Presents Courage is Calling. Fortune favors the brave. This is the author, Ryan Holiday. With more of a right to leadership than those who are our leaders at present. Xenophon. It was long ago now that Hercules came to the crossroads. At a quiet intersection in the hills of Greece in the shade of knobby pine trees, the great hero of Greek myth first met his destiny. Where exactly it was or when, no one knows. We hear of this moment in the stories of Socrates. We can see it captured in the...
I love getting up and listening to Audible. And right now I'm listening to Courage is Calling by Ryan Holiday. And I'm reading the whole series. And actually, I just got the pre-order in the mail that I got from his new book, which is called Right Thing Right Now. And anyway, I'm really having a great time. It just came in the mail. I got 2 copies, 2 signed copies, one for my wife and one for myself. But anyway, the point is that the Stoic virtues that I'm learning in, the study of Stoicism is just made a great difference in my life. But anyway, I digress. We're here at the Beachside Beauty. If you were just watching, I was at the Chancla and just had the head cam on, no talking. It's just a little bit too early. Right now, it's still 6:45, and but we'll get back there. We've been fighting some algae there by the grotto, so let's check it out. I gave a PR1000 phosphate treatment last week, so that should have really helped. Not good. I don't know what's been going on. Maybe the bird moved back in to the grotto, but there's algae all along these walls. Oh, dude, that just kills me. I was really hoping to have a nice, easy, and I also did another filter clean last week just because, and it was due. So, yeah, I hate brushing. I hate it. Okay, not happy. See this? That means I had to get in the pool 2 weeks in a row just to scrub the grotto. And, if the birds are still coming back, I'm not winning. So yeah, I've been here for way too long. Brush the stairs. I mean, there is evidence of birds everywhere. So I have done what I feel is a good service to the pool. Is it perfect? Yeah, for right now it is. I have confidently said that I have scrubbed every square inch of this tiny little pool, which, anyway, not happy. Okay, we have arrived at the Amoeba. Yeah, I skipped filming a couple of stops. When you have a really slow stop, like I did at the Beachside Beauty, it sets me back. And then when you get to the next stop, you're kind of rushing. And obviously I don't want to take double time at 2 stops. So unfortunately, I did not film at the long lap pool. And about the long lap pool, that's the only pool that I vacuum on a regular basis every week. They do not use a side suction pool cleaner. They have a robotic pool cleaner. And then I was putting it away, and it was just as much work as if I were just to vacuum. So that's what I do, which I don't really care for that, because the reason I'm vacuuming is because they have plants growing into the pool, and I don't allow that. I really like the people, so I don't want to get rid of them, but plants growing into the pool is not something that I accept, and I just set the dog alarm off. So here's our test strip, and we have plenty of chemicals, good pH, alkalinity, and cyanuric are good. So yeah, the water's looking super good. And then we had perfect salt, like 35-50. So I'm gonna let that ride. We've been using the tab floater over there, and then we're gonna be over here at the equipment and just get what we can get out of the pump basket. Okay, I feel good about this. I just added a Pool RX all blue. Now this is a small pool for one of those really powerful all blues, but let me tell you, I've gone through, now this is my third summer with this family, and they need it. That's why there is a chlorine tab floater in a pool this small with a Pantera IC40. Yeah, every week this pool has nothing in it. This was the first week that we actually had some sort of a semblance of chlorine. It was like actually a 3, which is really good, and low pH, which I cannot believe. They must be out of town because they're not using it with the low pH that I saw. That being said, yeah, you don't want to be using the Pool RX just on any old pool, especially one with white plaster. And let me talk to you about kind of what I just experienced. I was at the Long Lap pool, or excuse me, I was at the Beachside Beauty, and we needed to add another Pool RX to that pool to fight algae. It was just like the birds, right? So I took one out that I had bought on Amazon, and the mineral packet fell apart, meaning it has a plastic cover, and then there's a tube with the chelated minerals in there. That came all apart. It's another thing that you probably don't want to buy on Amazon because there's no returns. Now you can use it and it's okay, but I got, you know, stuff all over my hands and on the ground, and which I had to wash off. So once again, be very careful if you buy Pool RXs on Amazon. We can move on. Okay, we have reached the Palms, and once again, quick palm check. Looking good, right? And I have already been here, and I have not found any palms in my pool. So yeah, we're gonna get out of here today. Our spa is looking good. Our pool is algae free thanks to our Pool RX, blue and white. And of course, this is a huge pool, so even though we have an IC40, we still have our tab chlorine floater. And of course, we want to, this is quartz, this is basically expensive white plaster, but we want to make sure we're looking at the modeling and just how the pool interior finish is performing. Once again, you can't see the big stain, but I sure can. Anyway, I think that is going to do it for us on Wednesday. I'm going to get the corgis to the groomer. Okay, so we've made it to Wednesday, right? Okay, we only have 4 today, and we are gonna get over to Linduck Field. Yeah, it's 5:48 in the morning, and I'm just letting the truck warm up right now while I chat with you. And you know, if you're gonna buy a new truck or any new vehicle, I just have 2 words for you: seat heaters. Okay, so we have arrived at Linduck Field, and I'm going to wait until that clock says 6 a.m. before I get in the backyard. Right now, I'm listening to Courage is Calling on Audible, and so yeah, if you guys don't have Audible, I highly advise you to get it, because Audible gets you into the world of the reader. You know, it's been said that if you're not reading, you're kind of functionally illiterate. And so, although I don't really have the notion to sit down in a chair and read a book, I probably should. But the point is that Audible kind of allows me to do that while still going about my day. You know, we all have busy lives, and Audible kind of gets you the ability to listen to a book and get some knowledge that otherwise you wouldn't. So I'm going to stop yammering, and let's get back there and clean this thing up. yeah, a couple of you guys asked me about what pole I use. Yeah, like I said, it's the power pole. This is another one I just had to bust out of new stock. I needed another pole. I wear them out pretty bad. I drag them around here, and then this locking mechanism on mine it's worn out. So, but that pole is 2 years old, and I got, I think it cost me around $130, which is a lot of money for a pole, but it's a heavier gauge. I think it's aluminum, actually. If it's not, it's kind of on the heavy side, and I like it that way. It's part of the Poolman's healthcare plan. If I didn't lift these things, I wouldn't be lifting anything. So yeah, once again, here's the sticker, the power pole. All right, so we're back here at the pool, and 2 weeks in a row, really, really clean, super clean. And our test strip is, I'm loving the test strip. So we have over 3 on the chlorine. pH is really high. Alkalinity and cyanuric are good. Now cyanuric is creeping up, which is why I am going to let it ride. I'm not going to add another tab. There's about 3/4 of a tab in the floater. So yeah, it's looking really good. No woodland creatures, which is always a positive thing. And new Pool RX a couple weeks back. And our usual one place that this pool gets algae is right here on these stairs. And we have none. Yay! That's the way to start the day. Yeah, so it's just brushing. I'm going to empty the canister skimmer basket, and then I'm going to go hit the equipment in a minute. So yeah, looking really good. Hey, word to the wise, if you have synthetic turf and you got your tab floater, you get that little ring around there. It was much worse before I scrubbed it on there. It's just a little tip to keep your floater clean. I'm gonna get to work and I'll come back when I'm done. Okay, so we're going back here to the equipment, and I wanted to talk about something that it's kind of like talking trash about your boss. Now, one of these days I would love to be one of those YouTubers who actually makes money. That would be super cool. But all things in time. The point I'm saying is that Amazon and YouTube and it's all under the Jeff Bezos umbrella, right? So I'm not talking trash about Amazon. I am educating you consumers of the reality of buying things for your swimming pool on Amazon. There are some things you can buy and some things you should stay away from. So case in point, the pressure release valve here on top of our filter canister, which is an old Pentair Clean and Clear Plus. So that's a really universal part. Everyone has one of those, right? So when I came back here last week, this had broken off. I had just replaced it 2 weeks before, and it had broke right there, right? So it's sitting on the ground. I don't know what happened to it. It was broken. So when that happens, that's really dangerous because the pool can't run. I'm lucky I caught it. But the point being is that if you buy one of those on Amazon, it might be of inferior quality. So just be aware of that. Just because you buy something does not mean all products are created equal. Okay, I feel really good about this. It's a real luxury having some customers. You don't need them all to be this way, but they allow you to get here at first light. Okay, here we have turned May gray into June gloom. So yeah, but it's still like 6:15 in the morning. So even if I take my time, even if I have a coffee break, I'm still getting out of here at like 6:30 and onto the Obsession pool at like 6:45. Okay, back here at the Obsession pool, we sanitize with 3-inch tabs here. Look at this water, mountain stream status. Absolutely no algae. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked. And that's exactly how I left it last week. So I'm pretty confident the homeowner has not been brushing or doing anything like that. So, and he's not supposed to. That's my job. So, yeah. If you remember, this pool was overrun by birds, and you still see some evidence here, a feather here, or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna let that tab ride there. We have plenty of chlorine, which I'm gonna I'll check. And then we have alkalinity and cyanuric are all good. So one of the things that I need to do is go to the equipment and check whether there is anything in the tab feeder. I always put my net out in front of me because get rid of the cobwebs, the spider webs. Okay, so this is my yoga for the morning here. So we don't want to, this top comes off, right? And so we don't want to twist the base. There is a set screw down there which is set, but it's not going to be set if we keep wrenching on it. So I put my foot around here and do this. And look at that, there's almost a full tab in there. And it is all of the way on, which that's not good. I don't like that. But anyway, let me fetch out what's here. Yeah. It's a real easy way to look is, I don't know if you can see that. Look through your Pool RX. It might, I know these are supposed to be good for 6 months, but after the blue stuff is released into the pool, that means they're ready for a replacement. But once again, you only need to do it about every 4 to 6 months. 4 months if you had a really algae-filled pool. So right now, what I do every week at this pool is I will start the egg timer, and then I take the actuator and go to suction. That way, now I come over here. Okay, we don't need so since I put spa suction, the spa is draining down right now. Right? So if there's dust, I can brush it in. And look, this pool is pretty clean. Look at that, all that dust. This goes right in, and then we keep our spa clean, and the pool guy doesn't have to vacuum. Now that's not what it's all about. If you got a vacuum, you got a vacuum. But if you're a seasoned pool guy, maybe you know a way around it. Yeah, I actually feel super good about that. There's nothing on the bottom of the spa. Thank you, homeowner. Okay, so spa is still draining down. We gotta go back over to our equipment. Okay, so our cleaner is back working again. So once again, that's kind of an advanced move, you guys. So if you don't know what you're doing, don't do that. And do not do that to your pool guy. The new pole, so nice. The new pole. Hey, it's the little things in life, at least in the life of a pool man. Okay, so right now I'm just brushing around a bunch of stuff that I need to be picking up with my net. So I'm going to switch back to the net. And pick up all this stuff I just knocked off. The water just looks so good. Really clear. Yeah, and my homeowner got rid of, if you remember, there were some bags of mulch, like the mulch you put in the planter boxes. He had those there, and God bless him. Those were there fighting to keep this part of the hill out of his pool during the winter season, which we had a very rainy winter season here in San Diego, California. So we had an extra rainy season, and then after the rain kind of subsides, the birds come back, right? So we've fought the rain sliding into the, from the hill, sliding into the equipment. Actually, we had to replace the pump here because that hill slid into the pump, killing the pump. And yeah, so this pool has seen its trials and tribulations. And these are all avoidable, but that's okay. You know, we can't expect the homeowner to move heaven and earth. Not everybody has a unlimited budget to, you know, fix backyard inadequacies. See, what a lot of people do is they just barely take the cover off because they know that I'm going to put it back on properly. Yeah, this pool actually could do with a leaf canister, but I like to avoid the leaf canisters if I can, because the leaf canister, let's say we put it on the first length between the cleaner port and the second length of hose. If we put it right there, it really inhibits the movement of the cleaner. So if you can avoid having a leaf canister, that's better. But once again, if you have a real dirty pool that, you know, in the pool man's absence, you certainly don't want to fill up the pump basket. Now, either thing is going to starve the pump of water, but at least if you have the leaf canister, sometimes that'll give you a bigger capacity to pick up the leaves. Anyway, I'm going to finish brushing. Yeah, we're really good. Even though our mineral packet is working, I still like to brush our problem areas. Yeah, that's just wonderfully clear. That makes me happy. And I always try to brush at an angle, not straight down. Yeah. You know, since we only have 4 today, why not brush every square inch? Yeah, so there's 2 couches here on either side, and these are real problem areas here. There's always dust. So it's nice to see the pool in a little better condition. Now you notice the level has raised back up. So I'm just giving it another little brush for fun. Gotta love my flamingo there. He's telling you what, you don't think that does anything? Think again. Okay. Not to be confused with the old reach around. That is the old once around. So there we go, just hit the stairs. Once again, nothing worse than a pool with algae. Look at that, that's the way that mechanism is supposed to work. Okay, I feel good about this. So we've brushed every square inch of this pool. It's looking good. Yeah, we could use some help on the tile, but yeah, that's hallmark of an older pool, which this is. But yeah, we're cleaned up and chemmed up. Let's move on. Okay, we have reached Chancla XL. I think that's where we are. And we're doing a filter clean here today. Now, they just have this single cartridge here, and this is where I do it. And I do it with my wand and their hose. This is an awesome wand. It's like 15 bucks at Home Depot. And it allows me to be close enough, the water close enough to the filter, but the cartridge, but doesn't get me wet. So anyway, live and learn. It's a low-tech solution to do your filter cleans. So now that we've got the cartridge done, well, let's get back there, reinstall it, and clean it up. Okay, we're back here, and advice to people considering building a pool or a remodel. Okay, the worst thing you can do for your pool is undersizing your filter. Now, once again, here's our equipment center. Look at that little guy over there. See him? Yeah, that's our filter, and he is grossly undersized, about the half of what you really should need for a pool this size. It's not really that big, but this pool is 14 to 16,000 gallons, and yeah, so every month I have to do a filter clean here because the spa, how do I know when to do a filter clean at this pool? Is the spa stops working. So that's pretty funny. I just go out there, and I only charge $50 for this because it's a single cartridge, and I have to do it so often. But the point is that it's incredible how filthy it gets. There's a lot of dust. There's a lot of these eucalyptus leaves in this pool. You can see I haven't done any cleaning here, and here it is over here on the stairs. No big deal. We have a 2-wheel drive pool cleaner from Hayward in white, and it does a pretty dang good job. But once again, if the spa ain't working, he won't be working. So keep up on your filter cleans. Actually make sure that your filter is big enough, and keep up on your filter cleans, and you'll have a crystal clear pool. Tell you what, anytime a homeowner does anything to benefit the condition of the pool, whether it be got one of these floaters in the water, we got 2 fake owls. Now, I don't know if the birds are going to be able to see those guys, but every little bit of effort is totally appreciated. We're here at the Dragon, and yeah, like I said last week, I just love these Italian cypress. And our 2-wheel drive Aquanaut 250 is doing really good. pool is absolutely in great shape. We have high salt. When I say high salt, I mean 3.9. And so our production is a little low, a Jandy system once again. But overall, the pool looks really good. Water's super inviting, a lot cleaner than it was last week. Tons and tons of roly-polies, but that's what you get here. We can move on. See you on Thursday. Good morning and welcome to Thursday. So another really foggy morning here in North County, San Diego. We're going to make it over to our 7 pools that we have over in San Marcos today. We're working in San Marcos on Thursdays. So yeah, fortunately the route is really nice and tight. I just got to get over there. I'm about to start up the car and warm it up. But speaking of warming it up, I've seen the forecast here. I try not to look too far in the future, and I'm not watching the news anymore. But the point is that I did watch the 8-day or 10-day forecast, and there is a rise. So word to the wise, word to those pool owners, and word to the pool guys who don't have things on schedule. You got to have things on schedule like filter cleans and your mineral packets and things like that. So if you don't have them done, get them done. And then you can just put that reset button, and then you don't have to worry about anything going green. Let's get over to those pools. Okay, we're here and we're starting this morning in our neighborhood at the Demoralizer. It's very nice that the homeowner allows me to get here. Sometimes I unfortunately I push it, like I just come at first light and no one said anything, and I'm really cognizant of making noise and things like that. So, you know, I don't have any leaf blowers or anything like that, so I can kind of go around in a stealthy manner. And you know, I'm wearing white clothes, so I'm not trying to surprise anybody. I don't want to do that. But you know, the Demoralizer here, they have a lot of kids and using this pool, and so I think that they appreciate the ability to just wake up and use a clean pool. So I'm gonna get back there and clean it up. Okay, so we're back here at the equipment at the Demoralizer, and I was just speaking to the homeowner. Really looking forward to summer here with I was fighting it last year, and I'm not going to be fighting it this year. Hey, what's up, brother? So this is their salt cell right now, and I did a cleaning on it last month, and then I've added like 5 bags of salt because I don't add a whole lot during the winter. So yeah, take a look at that thing. It is slammed with not only calcium and goop, maybe a little plaster dust, and or a pebble dust, and then there's grass once again. So that thing's not producing anything. I'm going to clean it today and we'll rectify. Okay, we have reached sector 9, and yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Maybe that's some irrigation stuff, but it kind of doesn't really look like that. And yeah, I know that happened in my pool. So anyway, Zodiac MX6, his hoses are looking good. That's a couple bent ones, but every time I get here, he's doing his job, so I can't complain. Look at that spa. Notice the interior finish choice they made here. You gotta know what's gonna be in your pool. There's gonna be dirt, straight dirt on your kids' feet from wherever source, doesn't matter. So look at how clean this pool stays. And when it's dirty, it even still looks clean, because not that it hides the dirt. Now, if you're going to straight put dirt, I fished a couple rocks out of here. I ain't into that, but there are rocks right here, and kids will be kids. But the point is that this is a really great choice of an interior finish. I just love it. It's now a 2-year-old pool, and it looks as good as the day I took it over. Okay, we're at our no name pool. And yeah, it looks okay, but cleaner's not in the pool, so the pool was dirty in my opinion. And yeah, the spa is filled with this kind of stuff. Now, yeah, wasn't that bad. Okay, what's the pool man's job? You're here to clean it, right? Yeah, but I don't get myself involved with pools that are built for failure, right? So these things all going to be in my pool. all of this stuff is going to be in my pool. That is going to be in my pool. So I only take pools that I feel are going to be, I don't want to say easy, but a good business decision for me. Now I can stay here another 5-10 minutes and clean it, and that's fine. But I mean, you got the synthetic turf, you got, you know, your Italian cypress over here, or whatever those little guys are. Just make better choices. It's kind of like what my parents used to tell me when I was a teenager. Make better choices. And it's like, we all like the plants that we like, but if we have a pool in the backyard, and the pool is the star, don't we want to engineer our backyard for success? I mean, I would want a pool that's all clean all the time, not, oh, I gotta wait to use it for the pool guy to be here. Anyway, different ideas, different philosophies, but this pool looks great and we can move on. Okay, so we're here on to our last stop on this cul-de-sac, another terra firma pool. So maybe last week you'd noticed that I'd take the cleaner out and I'd laid it straight right over there along that wall. And it came back in, and no problem, the homeowner put it back in the cleaner, or in the pool rather, but there's only like 4 or 5 lengths of hose. And so the reason I took it out is that when it is running, it's literally like burning rubber. It's just wearing its tires out really, really fast. So I took it out. He put it back in, but he has the valve shut off. So he you know, didn't want it there next to his plants. He wants it in the pool, no problem. So that's what we're gonna do. Chemicals are bang on here. Actually, like a 3.0 and a 7.6, and everything looks really good. I brushed every square inch, and we can move on. Okay, finally at Gary's pool. We were at Turtle Bay, and we gave a tutorial to the homeowner on how to do your own filter clean. He's doing his own filter clean. There's that one single cartridge over there at Turtle Bay. I think it's called an Aquastar. It's an off-brand, but that's something that he can do. He's out in his driveway right now, hosing it down. We'll go back and check on him and his work when we're done with the swim-up bar. But look at Gary's pool. Salt 3650. It's absolutely perfect. 2-wheel drive Pentair Rebel in white, doing his thing. Yeah, the reason he's in white is that this pool, this cleaner, he's actually meant for above ground pools. When Gary bought it, he didn't know, but I tell you what, the thing has performed really good. And when that thing takes a dump, we have about 6 other Pentair Rebels in the warehouse ready to go to work. We can move on. All right, we've reached the swim up bar, and I apologize if when I was at Gary's the lens was super dirty. You got to tell me those things, okay? All right, so we're here at the swim up bar. Things are looking really good. I'm gonna fish a few more things out with my net, but yeah, the pool was pretty clean when I got here. Yeah, these are the things that happen with a pool. Let me show you here. It is not a solid state item. It will take some upkeep. Sometimes things will break. Yeah, and so that's one example of, I got a call last week from the homeowner mentioning about that, and what did I do? Of course, I gave him the number of Lido the Hawaiian. So Lido will be coming over here, the same gentleman who is doing the work over at the Onyx pool, which we should be seeing the Onyx pool tomorrow. I'm not sure if it's done, but Lido and his crew has been over there working. Thank God. Anyway, the pool looks great. I'm gonna fish those things out, and we're done for Thursday. Oh my goodness, welcome to Friday. Wow, I made a major fatal mistake this morning. I said yes to my wife. She made me breakfast. And yeah, that has, coupled with my appointment that I have at my last account of the day, yeah, we have not even, it's almost 9 o'clock in the morning on Friday, and we have yet to even hit our first account, which we are outside the leaf canister just to go in order until we have to meet the homeowner at the second infinity pool on Friday, also tentatively known as the Janky Wall, but don't tell him that. Anyway, I'm going to get back here and clean up the leaf canister. One of the reasons I get here so early is that our homeowner has employed some gardeners, and they are competing with me to see who can get here first. And I get here at like, 6:30. Yeah, it's a little bit too early for leaf blowers at that time, but either way, I've seen these guys here before 7, and anyway, they're long gone now, so no worries. Like I said, let's get back and clean it up. Oh, wonderful. We have erupted, or maybe upchucked into summer. So, yeah, if you've been watching this channel for any length of time, you saw that thing here last summer. Yeah. Anyway, otherwise, pool's pretty clean. We're just waiting for everything to just dump into the pool. But that being said, let's get her started. And it's just before 9. It's about to come on in a couple minutes anyway, but we'll get her started. And yesterday we were at our new account, or newest account, and that gentleman failed to put in the cleaner. So he'll get a kind phone call or text or something like that reminding him that that's part of his agreement that we've made, is to put the cleaner in so it can do its job at the best of its ability. Now this one is definitely doing its job to the best of its ability with all of its rigors. I mean, this is a pretty hard pool to keep clean, but anyway, we'll get it done. Okay, they're back to kicking me in the teeth here. So, high pH and no chlorine. So, there was like a 1, which for this pool, there should be more because the production should be able to keep up with a small body of water. But nonetheless, it's actually really nice being late today because I get to see these pools in operation in kind of a manner I don't get to see them because I am so early usually. But yeah, look at the sunlight on the water. It looks beautiful. Yeah, this pool is cleaned up and chemmed up. We added quite a bit of acid, super high pH, and a lot of salt flakes. So let's get rid of all those and let's move on. Okay, we're here at the Great Wall, and let's talk about the scope of work. So when you change the scope of work, like putting this plant here and putting these things here on my Baja shelf, yeah, I'm not going to move your furniture and I'm not going to move your plants. So if you wanted them there, that's because you wanted them there. Remember, if you make it hard for the pool guy to clean the pool, you should have absolutely no reason to complain. So anyway, we have not plenty of chems, but like a 2, so we can get by. Our IC40 has bang on salt, 3,700 parts per million salt. The Zodiac MX6 every week has his tank tracks dislodged. It's easy enough to put him back, no big deal at all, but yeah, he's not performing day in and day out the way I feel he should. So anyway, but we're gonna, now that we're right at about 10 o'clock this morning, we'll go over and hit our second infinity pool on Friday, and we have a special leveler lesson in that one. We can move on. Okay, we have reached what is normally our last stop of the day, the second infinity pool on Friday, also known as the Janky Wall. And there is the Janky Wall. So we had a couple of issues here. Homeowner called me, and like I said, he said that the water level was low. Yes, that was true. However, one of the reasons the water level was low is because we have our main pool pump, jet pump, and this is our edge pump. Okay, the edge pump was just straight not working. Yeah, so that's no good. And so I went out to do what I thought I was going to be doing, which is just adjusting the leveler. And yeah, and the leveler, there it is, it's running, filling up the pool. So when I got here, the pool itself was low, showing the tile line. That's no good. So, and look how dirty this pool is, my goodness. And we haven't even had any Santa Ana winds yet. So the trough actually had water in it. So, and I'm walking all the way over here to show you the leveler, okay? And I want to talk about the leveler. I'm not going to take it apart. I just took it apart and readjusted the cable. What happens here is this is an electronic device. This cable snakes down this pipe, and then there's a sensor with metal prongs on it that looks kind of like a European plug. It's two little prongs. So the sensor goes down to the bottom of the pipe where the water level is. If it doesn't sense it, water goes on. When it senses it, water goes off. Okay, so that had been improperly adjusted, and so we're still filling up the trough. Yeah, there's not going to be any chlorine in this pool. So yeah, I'll definitely be putting a couple of tabs in that floater that you just saw there. That floater resides in this trough 100% of the time. There is so much sun. This is exactly what we usually get here, and it just eats up the chlorine. There's never any chlorine in this pool, and it has a brand new IC40. So that's why we have to make up our chlorine shortfall. And then of course we're gonna have a bunch of new water right now. So, and if you put in a pool, don't put jasmine right next to the pool, okay? So that jasmine's been here, and check it out. It's gonna go all in my pool, you know. Bad ideas. Make better choices. I'm gonna get to work. Okay, I feel good about this, but this is frustrating. You know, underneath the leveler right here, if any of you know about, you know, how to adjust the leveler, there's a little plastic piece that goes around the black cable, which kind of almost holds it, right? Holds it on top of the pipe. That's gone. So somebody's been out there futzing with it, somebody from the builder, and unfortunately this builder has already proven that the people who worked for him are of very low skill. So, you know, I was that way once, before I knew things. So everybody's got to go through those parts in their career, I guess. But yeah, it's not good when you interface with me. So anyway, I'm gonna make sure that the leveler is gonna turn off. Yeah, from time to time this pool has some of its challenges, but overall it's a pretty well built pool, and I think we can move on. Okay, we've reached our first infinity pool that we're doing second this Friday. Yeah, things are looking good, but not a whole lot of chemicals in the pool. Our pH is pretty high. Alkalinity and cyanuric are good, and then I don't know if you could see that, but that is 3440 on the salt. Yeah, so once again, Hayward pool, so not a whole lot of production from the salt. I have a tab floater in the trough. So anyway, pool stays really clean. They have a lot of good choices for the backyard here in the back. We can move on. Okay, we've got to the Onyx pool. I was just interfacing with my homeowner, the better looking half of the duo here, and she says that, you know, she's ready for this to be over, and I don't blame her one iota. This is not a fun process. This is like, you know, basically like a renovation. This is, you still have water in the pool, but you have kids that are like, can we use it? Can we use it? And the answer, unfortunately, is no. So that's still curing. Lito's left his mobile unit, and I'm gonna let him start that back up when he gets here. There's a lot of chlorine in the pool. Lito said that he shocked it. So yeah, it's a little cloudy. And then of course, when Lito is done with his work, I'm gonna put in my PR1000, the phosphate treatment from Arenda. And yeah, that should really bring this pool back to life, brighten up the water, and make it so the homeowners can use it again. But guys, if you got anything out of this, give me a like, subscribe if you haven't done so, and comment if you got something to say. I am the original swimming pool fiduciary working for you guys out here in the field. I'm the Angry Pool Man. Guys, be excellent to each other, and I will see you on the next video.